guys, it is Nick from Insuphishient here again in this weird format where I start talking before the podcast. I gotta tell you, completely self-conscious about all of this. It's weird. I don't like it. I love it, but I don't like it. You know what I mean? And I love it because I know you love it. And you love it because I'm about to tell you that we're going to pick up exactly where we left off on Monday's episode with Matt and I and Molly talking about Phish, probably in Worcester, Massachusetts.
However, some of those jams do hold up. I wasn't as fucked up as I was at many other shows. So like I wasn't. So I could definitely like remember the songs and the jams. Like there are some shows you're like, I don't even remember that happening.
And someone articulated this perfectly in my comment section this morning, saying, I go back and listen to the shows that I've been to hear what I missed when I was there.
Yes.
And again, I kind of explained how shows, concerts, it's a burst of every sensation for me. And so there is a lot of input. There's a lot of processing happening when I'm at a show. And it did not dawn on me. And maybe this sounds so simple, but it did not dawn on me until I started this journey and people were like, listen to my show, listen to this one, and it's going to blow your mind. Like, okay, cool. Like you're inviting me into that moment. And then I was like, I could listen to the shows that I've been to.
Yep.
And last weekend, I was like, I don't even know where to begin, but I searched for the feeling that I wanted to remember. And it was taking a coworker I had never met in person who lives in New York City. One of my friends who had been to a Dead & Co show with me a few months prior, and then two friends that had never even heard of the Dead. And I was like, hey guys, we're going to come from all corners of the US and meet up in Boulder, Colorado for one night. And we're going to go to this concert. And I queued up one of the songs from the show and was overwhelmed with the joy and the emotion, not even necessarily of the music, but of that sensation of standing on those horribly uncomfortable bleachers.
What? Those are so comfy.
And just being like arm in arm with people that I loved so much that I was willing to say, don't just listen to a show I've been to, come to a fucking show with me. Come live it with me. Come stand here and just get fucking cherished.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta say,
and now I get to tap into that whenever I want.
No, so what you are describing is something that I will say is a universal truth for Phish, which is the community that they have built is generally of incredibly solid people that want to share exactly what you just talked about.
Come be here with me in this moment. With the exception of some
people on the floor. Those people kind of suck.
Yeah. So if I were to tell you anything, like any like real suggestion about when you go to a Phish show and like what not to do, don't push your weight. Don't try to be in the front. Like you just don't.
Do I give rail energy? Do I give like front energy?
If you want to, that's you. But like the shitty people are generally within the first 20 rows of the band. And the band knows it. By the way, did you see that in MSG they shrunk the floor?
Did they really?
So now it's maybe only 20 people deep, and then the rest is seated with a seating chart.
It's about fucking time.
Dude, I am so excited about that decision. It's
about time.
I love being on the floor. I hate being in general. I'm not a cattle animal.
It gets violent. It can get very militant and very
emotionally
crazy.
Or physically?
No, physically.
Yeah, dude, the people down there are... The closer you get to the stage, the worse they are. It's the only barometer in Phish that is like kind of true.
Which is funny to me because that says something about the people who want the proximity to the band, because
it's crazy.
The whole reason you go is the proximity to the music. And if you're doing it right, you can be anywhere. You can be shitting your brains out in the bathroom in the foyer and you're still going to have a good You're still
All
going to
right,
have a good time.
At least I don't go up behind people and just say, "Hey, stranger," while they're going to the bathroom. Okay,
first
bro.
of all, that's only you that I do it to. And second of all, that's why Trey wrote the song. Okay, before we let you go, have you reached the point where you now have you have a high EQ, right? Your emotional intelligence seems to be a little higher than probably almost everybody on the planet. So, do you have an emotional relationship with members of the band in your head at the moment?
Oh, I will admit I do not even know the band members' names other than Trey, because I saw Trey at Grateful Dead 60th at Golden Gate Park this year. That was like the first time ever hearing Trey. And I can't even really tell you what I heard from his band, right? Like they opened one day at...
Oh, Tab.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tab's okay.
Tab. I'm learning. Okay, thank you. Yes. I don't know what they played.
I'm learning Dogs in a Pile. I had no idea what the fuck you were talking about the other day. I'm like, dude, who? I should know this maybe, but I don't. And then you're like, Dogs in a Pile. I'm like, oh, that's why. And
this is one of my moments too, where like you guys have said, hey, step into my world. And then I turn it on you and I'm like, dude, I'm traveling across the country to come to a city that is so close to you. Come to this show. I promise. I would go to the show to hang out with you. I would not go to the show to listen to them. Like, okay, so what I was trying to say is like, I was into like jam band scene for like the longest time, like in high school, early 20s, like just. You got started early. Yeah, wicked. Oh, I started everything early. Like,
am I into the jam band scene? I don't think so.
You kind of did, but like, so I did it, and like for me, it was like Phish just like nailed all those points for me. Like it was like it needed everything that I wanted to do, and like everything else that I heard, I was like, you're just doing what they're doing, and like, but you're doing it a little bit differently, but not really. There's like nothing different where I was like when I went to see Medeski, I was like, all right, that's different. That's a different type of jam band. They're really doing their own thing. Same thing with like when you go see Bela Fleck and the Flecktones, they jam, but it's very different. Same thing with like Soul Live, just like a different vibe. They're doing their own thing, but like there was like String Cheese Incident. Like there's a lot of these like
these
things
are some
that
of
are
the
like
stupidest names I've
it's
ever
just
heard.
Like they're doing the same thing. And so like Dogs in a Pile, they're all really good musicians. I just felt like I never was getting anything different from them. Like I'm out there to like search for different. I want to feel different. Like I want to see somebody like, whoa, I've never seen that happen at a jam band show.
Have you been to Goose?
Oh, fuck you, dude.
Oh, do we have certified Goose haters in the chat?
Oh my God. So no, I'm not. Matt's a hater. He's not really. I'm not really. Do you listen to Goose? If I said Rick's killing it, you know who I'm talking about?
I do.
Oh my God. Okay.
Oh my God. This is crazy.
Also, happy belated birthday to Rick.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Wait.
Can you imagine though, Matt, for a second, can you imagine
this is the best.
that someone in the universe,
right
someone in the universe just stops and pauses in their day to be like, I hope Matt's having a good day. Like that's what we just did. And that's
I know. Listen, I hope he has a wonderful birthday. So no, I'm just fucking around. It's not that bad. I think what happened with the Goose thing for Phish fans is you had the Goose people come in like with sharp elbows and be like, they're the next Phish. All right. Same thing happened with Phish fans with the Dead. People were like, this is the next Dead. So Dead fans were like, fuck you. What are you talking about? It's not the next Dead. There is no
Matt,
next Dead.
That's a great point. That is,
but there is no next anything. There's no next Beatles. There's no next Dead. There's no next Phish. There is what your thing, right? It's your thing. And so like my whole thing is, but the band started to sort of do that with themselves as well. Where it's like, we're kind of the next. We're taking on for Phish. It's like, no, you're not. The best thing for you to do as a band is do your own thing. Be you. Go out, do your own thing, and have people love. You're never going to be the next Phish. You're just fucking not.
So in that vein, in the last invitational make, come to Dogs in a Pile. I'm telling you, brother. I'm telling you.
What am I gonna? Okay, so what other than your wonderful company, which I totally would enjoy. Okay, what are they bringing me? Like, what am I listening to that like any other jam band in the last? Oh, hey, sweetie.
What? You guys can keep talking.
Welcome to Insuphishient, where family is part of the deal.
When I pop,
Sometimes like you won't see it. My daughter will like appear here in this background. It's like Nick's
I'll be there in a
favorite thing in
second,
the world.
okay?
So like my
This
whole
is
thing
beautiful.
isn't that nice? I love that. We've always been okay with the family barging in. It's always been
PH
part of the
family.
deal. Yes.
Your
family.
kid, when she
Shows up here?
materializes out of the background, it's like Star Trek. And it's the most amazing thing. And she's always got this look on her face like, and now I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I feel bad because I feel like I'm sort of a music snob. If you haven't found out already,
not
but it's just my deal. It's just like what I am. So, anyways, I just don't know what I would be like. I want to go there and like be blown away. I want to be go there and be transported. I'm looking for that in my music. I'm looking
the only
to
band
be like
that can
wowed.
meet that expectation, if you go in with that expectation, really kind of is Phish. Everybody,
when I went to Radiohead, I was like, "What the fuck." I was like, "Oh my god!" When I saw Tom
when you
Petty,
went into radio, when you walked in, were you like, "I want you guys to blow my fucking mind," or were you like, "I want to go see Radiohead because they're a great fucking band"?
I was like, "I want to go see Radiohead because I love their music," and I was totally floored.
Right,
totally
but
floored.
The expectation was not there. I'm saying that Phish is the only band that will meet that expectation if you walk in with it, which is, I want to go see a show that's going to blow my mind. Phish is the only one that will deliver on that expectation. Other shows will blow your mind, but not if you go in with that.
But you know that's not true. I've showed up at Phish shows and not been blown.
But not every time.
That didn't sound right. I'm blown away.
Christ.
Okay? That came off really bad.
Warning is how on the podcast. We're going to go a little longer and we're going to two-part this. So you guys keep talking.
Stop looking at the time. We have a guest on.
Dude, Trey looks at the clock the whole fucking time. I'm looking at the clock. That's what.
Anyways,
I guess what's the hard cutoff here? When do we need to stop yapping?
There is no real hard cutoff. Normally we do 25 minutes, but since we have a guest, I'm not going to put that constraint because I want to see where this goes. So
hit him with the part 2.
Nick does need to. Yeah, we could do a part 2.
We're already doing a part 2. The first episode ended 10 minutes ago. This is 10 minutes into the episode.
So we might as well just hit. We'll hit the 40 something mark. All right. So yeah, I'm sure you're looking at me and be like, oh Jesus, like this kid, this fucking guy, he's got a lot of like expectations about music.
You
and I
do
just
seem
want
to have some expectations.
Yeah. So like, I just feel like I've been to so much of that stuff in my youth, like those bands that like kind of just like did the same thing. I just like can't lose myself. Like I just can't like let go.
Okay. And I hear you. Yeah, okay. 1000%. I'm in a group chat with like it's me, my dad, and then a bunch of these other older men who work and exist in the music space, whether they are musicians or they're like sound techs or like they are dialed the fuck in on music. And then there's just me and my dad who are like wearing tie-dye t-shirts and like bobbing our heads along. Like,
awesome.
So they've like introduced us and kind of like invited us into their space, and they'll drop music recommendations. They'll, drop a YouTube link or here's a playlist or here's an album I'm listening to. And we philosophize, we talk. They tell us the technicalities of what's going on. And then me and my dad are like, but didn't you hear the color lime green throughout the like second verse? Like, right? We're just like,
I love that.
So
it's your interpretation of it though.
And it's really fucking cool. But there's this guy in the group who is a musician and just really, really cool. And he once told me that I have this like innate ability to not become a relic when it comes to music. And that I have this, like, I'm trying to find what he said, but he essentially just said that, like, I refuse to be satisfied with the things that I like currently.
Yes.
And that I have this internal hunger to find that. So I hear that in what you're saying. Like,
that's what it is.
Dude, I have felt so satiated and satisfied with the music that I've heard, and I want that again. And sometimes we like naturally grieve the possibility of being let down. Like, what if I put in my energy? What if I take my next Friday night away from listening to my favorite Phish shows in the comfort of my own home and take a risk on going to hear this band and they let me down?
Well, no. What you're talking about, and
it's true,
what you guys are circling on, was actually something Trey talked about on a podcast with some guitarist. What's his name?
Corey Wong. Stop
Corey
pretending
Wong.
like you don't know who that fucking amazing guy is.
We're gonna have a part 2 to this someday because you're a great guest, and obviously you need to come back on. But we're gonna call it cutting through the noise. And so what you're doing is, or what you're describing is like Netflix, right? I could start this TV show. I have no idea if it's going to be good or not, or I can go watch The Office for the millionth time and at least know that 22 minutes will be spent on something of quality. And so you could try something new musically, or you could go listen to your favorite Phish show, and you don't really know in 2025 because there are so many choices. And so I think you've done a great job, and you and your father putting together like a way to cut through that, like the noise, the bullshit of all that's out there, and find stuff that is meaningful.
Right. And like, I think there's also an aspect to it too, is that like, okay, so my whole thing is like, I've been a musician for 25 years. So like I'm coming from also a place of like playing music and wanting to, as a musician, do different things, because I just don't want to be repeating the same things to certain people. And like, I want to, there's so much music out there. There's so much to try, like try everything, right? Try it all. So like when I hear people like jamming, I'm not saying anything about their musicianship. Great musicians, awesome musicians, accomplished musicians, great. But like, what are they doing with the jam that is different to me? Like, are they just crescendoing and then bringing it down and then crescendoing again and bringing it down? Like,
You're making fun of Max Creek?
No.
By the way, so I won't recommend songs, but if you want to try Max Creek, interesting.
They are good.
That's Mike's partner for like his solo stuff. He gets with a guy named Scott.
So like Wolfpack. Have you heard Wolfpack?
Yes.
All right. Like I'm like, all right, Wolfpack doing something kind of different. And like now they're leading the way in that type of music, which is like sort of like new age soul funk deal, right? Like they kind of started doing it, and like now you hear it everywhere, like that stylistic vibe to it with the like the muted bass and like that's in the muted drums and that funky feel, and I love that. But you've seen this, like, okay, Corey Wong has come from that. Corey Wong stemmed from Wolfpack, has done Corey Wong's thing, which is amazing. He's a wonderful musician. He does crazy stuff. And I'm a jazz fan, so I'm always going to be listening for that jazz side to it. But now you see people like, I'm trying to think of the drummer, Nate Smith, who's now playing with the guys from Wolfpack, and they're doing their own thing. But like they started this like whole different vibe, and like they jam differently, and like they're bringing their own taste to it. And like that's all I'm looking for.
Sure. So would it suffice to, sometimes when you're at a show, that zeal, that zest kind of dies off with the music. Maybe you're like, does it suffice for you then to look around you and say, maybe this isn't reaching me, but holy shit, that girl's fucking vibing. And then that becomes the extension of the music that reaches you and teaches you. Usually during Jaboo.
It's an inside joke.
It's not an inside joke. It's a show theme. We make fun of the song "Gotta Jaboo" because everybody in the crowd
absolutely loves that song.
They just go nuts for it, and it's one of their lamest songs. And so you're just like
I mean, it might not be lame, but to Matt and I, it's lame. And you look over, and Matt is going to now do the impression of somebody vibing out to Gotta Jaboo.
Oh, you're just gonna be like, someone's like, yeah, and you're like, really, Gotta Jaboo?
No,
like,
that's
yeah.
not even it. They're like going hard. Like,
I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I mean, just like so. But here's the thing: like, you could say, I'll go to a show with you, and you'd be like, wait a second, he's totally enjoying every moment of this.
You do enjoy. Right? He does enjoy every.
Like,
moment
I dance.
You can see it on my face. I'm like, no.
He does not. He does not dance.
I don't dance at all. I just kind
of nod
my head.
The old dad thing.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy. Well, I mean, as you see, I am a dad, and not everything needs to be arms moving.
But I do understand what you're saying. I get it. Like, you go and be like, all right, that person's really enjoying themselves. No, her.
Okay.
Yes.
So I think that can kind of be something too, where even if the music isn't teaching you something new or saying, here, Matt, like, here's how you are going to integrate this into your music and like your musical practices.
Right.
You are then observing what is the emotion they're bringing out in people. And now how do you take that? How do you take that person jamming out to this lame ass song and transform your own music? Right. And so I think that can be part of it too. I've been to lame ass shows where I'm like, why did I spend money on this?
Yeah.
But at those shows, I've also met lifelong friends. Totally. I've made connections. And so even if the music or the song wasn't the thing I took away, there is always something to be gained in going to the concert.
Yeah. I would agree with that. There's always people and vibes that you're going to get at the show where you're connecting with people.
100%.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I have a request, and maybe this derails us a little bit, but I have not listened to my Phish song for my 25th day. Would y'all, and I want to be respectful and aware of timing, and also knowing that most of these songs go on for a handful of minutes.
Time.
But if you would want to take the driver's seat, I would love for one of you or both of you to pick a song, cue me up for day 25. And can we just listen? And like, maybe we listen to a clip of it. And if you want to pause and debrief and tell me what you're thinking and feeling or what you heard at that show, I would love to be invited into your world, but also like, help me to help you. Day 25, let's listen to some Phish.
Okay, so so you're like, this is what happens with Phish fans when you tell them, like, dude, what song? Like, what? And by the way, I have gone to many a Phish show where I'm like, that didn't hit. That show did not hit. Like, but I enjoyed the vibe, right? Or like, I think I just sorry to like kind of belabor that point, but I really think that there is a lot to what you're saying. Is like, you may not like the group or you may not like the music, but you can have an experience, right?
Yeah.
And so there is validity to that for sure. Like I said, I would go to the show and probably really enjoy your company and like whoever you're with, and we'd have a really good time. And then, that would be it. So no, it's
or
a good
it
point.
Would blow your fucking mind.
It could. If you're
open to it.
Yes, it could.
So back to first of all, you're on day 25. That means that December 15th is going to be your 46th day. And I'm assuming that you're familiar with the Phish song 46 Days.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's Nick from Insuphishient. Listen, that interview so far has been mad fuego, and as a result, we're going to have to make it a part 3 so that you don't miss anything. If you want to hear more of the soothing sounds of Matt, Nick, and Molly, tune in tomorrow, December 3rd. Until then, I hope you have a great day. Everybody here over at Insuphishient loves you. Blessed to have you. Well, look at you cheeky bastard. Sticking around to the end of the song to see if there'll be a secret message about Wilson and the multi-beast. Well, guess what? There is. And coming up next on Nick Plays Classic Hits, we've got another smooth rock sound jazz combo duo on WPHI.